Hello, everyone. We're back in front of you live this week for our weekly update. My background looks a little bit different. I'm in Transylvania at the moment. You'll find out why later on. We've got Michelle here. We've got Captain Technology. We've got Amy doing a marvellous job keeping up with the comments. So if you can get anybody that you can to come and watch the live or copy the links afterwards, and definitely get people to join the Substack. Right, so we're going to crack on straight away. Top stories. Who's this Zach fella? Michelle, do you know?
This is Zach Polensky. He was recently made the leader of the Green Party. The Green Party have their conference next weekend. We've been advised that they have got discussions about their education policy happening at their conference. We've also been advised that some members have raised the bill and that they may be discussing the bill there as well. So we think it's quite important that we welcome him to the role. Also, his party members, particularly the peers, have been very positive about home education. They've also been quite positive about the issues we have and seem to be advocating for the issues we have with the bill. So we think it would be quite nice to welcome him as Green Party leader and point out the concerns we have with the bill and ask him if, he can make it something that they will discuss about and take a party position on.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Okay, so mass template letter. The links are in there. The links are in the Substack, and we'll. Oh, right. So Discord community chat closure. So as we know, the community chats are closing on Facebook, and this is a reminder to join the Discord group. Is that right, Kat?
Yeah, it is. I just like something to show people for it, but there is a post in the action group with a link to join the Discord.
Yeah.
For general sort of questions and chats and things, we want to direct people to Discord now. If you want to get involved in organizing and campaigning and things like that, there is a WhatsApp group, but that isn't for general chat or general questions. It's mainly for getting things organized.
Yeah, so for the doers to do is the WhatsApp group. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's brilliant. Yeah. Okay, what have you got up next on yours? I've got UNESCO. Oh, Children's Minister.
Yep, the Children's Minister's brief changed. It's been a long week, hasn't it?
I've been away for exactly a week.
Exactly.
And so much has happened. Yes. So basically, this is an article which confirms exactly what jobs different people are going to be having in government. There's not really any surprises in there. They're just. But it's who's in charge of what policy that we need to keep an eye on, because we need to put right people on.
You're just a little bit quiet there, Alison.
Right. Any advice about who we should tackle?
Well, just for a change, they've gone and put us under the children not in school registers are falling under school attendance. So that's Olivia Bailey. Because they still don't seem to know that you don't conflate the issues. So yes, Olivia Bailey appears to be the one, because her brief includes register of children.
Right. So she's doing early years, breakfast clubs.
I mean, she's covering a lot that's covered by the schools bill.
Holiday stuff.
Yeah. And then like the use of data and artificial intelligence as well.
Yeah.
And then of course we've still got Jackie Smith.
Yes. So maybe the first thing we should ask her is ask Olivia is what security are they going to put on this new database, please? Can they tell us what system they're going to use and how they're going to keep the data safe? I think we can keep up quite a lot of pressure on that front. Okay, right. So go read the article and you'll see who's doing what. Okie dokie. Right. So UNESCO, this has been in the pipeline for about a year. And as part of my brief with Homeschooling Europe, I have been involved in it sort of secondhand through OIDL. And some of my colleagues on my committee went to the round table to talk to them about this. Now, bear in mind, UNESCO produces things which are what's called soft law. This is not law, not hard legislation. This is soft law. But the positives of this are that UNESCO has recognised home education, basically. They have recognised that home education exists and they are talking about it. There is some fairly good stuff in. I managed to get the definition of a suitable education put in there from documents in this country, which, you know, sort of pulls back from minimum standards and set curricula, etc., etc. So that's really all we can say about it. Don't get really cross about it. As my colleague who sits in the UN says, UNESCO and the UN is a marathon, not a sprint. So anything that happens there moves at the speed of treacle. Don't expect massive changes or anything like that, but this is a step in the right direction in that they are recognising this as part of choice in education and therefore are formalising it as being an accepted part of the family of educational offerings in any country. Okay. Sort of attached to that, hey, there's me on the right. On the left in that picture is Gabriel Kirkove. Gabriel is the chair, or the president, I should say, of the Romanian Homeschooling Association. And the two people next to that banner are actually the equivalent of MPs at the Romanian Parliament. So they're called deputies. And they both came to the conference and are gunning for formalising home education, recognising home education in Romania, which is not recognised yet. We had 82 people come to this conference from all over Europe. It was absolutely magnificent. They are buzzing about it. They are absolutely buzzing about it. So if you get chance to come next year, I'm the Secretary of Homeschooling Europe. If you get chance to come next year, we'll either be we'll be somewhere like Slovakia, Slovenia, or southeastern Poland. But it was a brilliant conference. It was very exciting. It was absolutely lovely meeting all of the children and all of the people. And we had Rachel Sarah Lewis came, Maria, who comes to have, the Polish lady who lives in Peterborough, she came. Bianca McHale, who's actually here with me in Romania still, she came. And Juliet English was also there because Juliet's part of the committee as well. So we had quite a good UK representation there, really. And Chloe Newby's brother-in-law came as well because he lives in Romania. But there you go, our own Chloe's brother-in-law. So that was a brilliant thing, and that's why I'm still in Transylvania, because I'm just taking a couple of days off to chill out before I go back.
So does this happen every year?
Okay. So what's next, Kat?
I was saying, does this happen every year?
It will happen.
This is the first time. Oh, didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Next we have our favorite thing of the week, the petition. Thank you so much to everyone who has been sharing this everywhere, especially with all the digital ID. We'll talk about that in a bit. But what was the numbers earlier this week, Michelle? Hang on, I've lost you. I don't know.
We were down around 12,000 at the beginning of the week. So
nice.
It's crawled up nicely. It's crawled up over 2,000 in the last 24 hours. So if we can sort of keep at that ratio, we'll have a chance of getting over that 100,000.
When's the closing date?
25th of October.
Yeah. So 4
it's
weeks.
the last
You've got
push.
4
Yep.
weeks. Crack on.
And then what was this? Yes, because Meta is blocking a lot of gov petition links because of the digital ID position. We do have a couple of short links that people can copy and paste. It all redirects to the same petition. But it's just to try and dodge the spam filters a little and just try and get the petition spread about even more. So we can keep it up. We can keep doing this.
Yeah, because I want to highlight, bearing in mind, Ed3 is sort of my group. We are finding, so sometimes it isn't admins. Now, we definitely aren't blocking the petition, but it's being put into the spam filter and it's not giving us notifications that it's gone in there. So the admins are not getting notifications. So if you have tried putting in, it is worth, if you're in a group and you haven't been told we've denied it, to put just a little note for the admins of that group to say, I tried to post it. Have you declined it? Why? And it might be that it's in the spam and then it'll just end up on the groups.
Yeah, it's especially bad at the minute because the community chats are closing. If you use the desktop site, the little notification we get as admins to say they're closing pushes the spam filter down off our screens. We don't see that yet. So it's really important just to reach out and ask. And if they're not going to share it, it's good to know one way or the other for sure. But it'd be really great to know which groups are supportive of what we're doing. But yep.
Righty ho, what's up next?
Yep. And then there's been the talk of digital ID this week. There's been a lot of posts from groups like Big Brother Watch and Open Rights Group, of course, and it's just been building all week. There will be a sort of little mini reading list in the Substack for people who want to catch up. So obviously things have moved on again, but I quite like this headline. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good headline.
Yeah, Big Brother Watch commissioned YouGov to ask the population what they thought, and basically, it's not the same as the government polls, is it?
Yes, there's no selective reporting there.
Yep.
Yes.
And I've noticed Open Rights Group have been getting a lot of media coverage this week. They've been on the news and things. Obviously, we know what the issues are with this. We know how it links in with the unique identifier, which at this point, I think we need to rebrand as the children's ID number, especially when we're sharing the petition, whatever else.
Yeah, and I think because people forget that a lot of schools, because obviously most of us home ed, so we don't necessarily see that all the time. A lot of schools are already using biometrics for like fingerprints and normally the thumbprint to pay for lunch. So they've also already started to desensitize children from needing money to pay for things. You just use your biometrics to pay for things. And then the unique identifier will mean that the data can be shared without requiring consent from parent and child. And the regulations in the Children Wellbeing and School Bill allow them to widen or change the scope of who the information can be shared with. So if you then break down what the ID card is for an adult and then look it through that lens of what we're already doing with children and then add in this way of sharing data, how much different is it?
Exactly. And then, of course, 1 second. How do you... it's desensitizing people to how much their data is shared. A lot of people didn't realize that before the Data Use and Access Act that their data couldn't just be shared between departments willy-nilly. And they just think, oh, but that's just continuing on from what we've got. And they didn't realize they were actually not, it wasn't that long ago they were protected. But, yeah.
Yep.
Right, sorry, I'm being dragged. But so moving on, we have some bits of home education news from Northern Ireland, where they're reporting on basically it's the same issues as we're seeing, well, across the UK and across the world, that the systems are failing children, and they are basically they have no other choice but turning to home education.
Somebody interestingly said to me at the conference this week that they thought that the increase in autism and other neurodiversity presentations, neurodiverse presentations, I should say, was actually they thought it was evolution.
Pardon?
They thought it was evolution, part of our evolving human race.
I've heard that quite a few times before, particularly with the way a lot of things now are requiring fast-moving ideas and things like that. But yeah, that is a school of thought that has been around for a while now.
Yeah. So it's about time we just made everything accessible to everybody, really, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And then there are tours available to home educated students in the Isle of Man at, let's get this right, University College Isle of Man. That's the correct one. So it's really good to see them doing a bit of home ed outreach there for people. I don't know if it's just restricted to Isle of Man residents, or maybe people fancy a trip over. I would get in touch and see what they say. And then I don't know if you saw earlier this week, it's an absolute rage bait title. You could look at Alison's face. Yeah.
Rage bait.
Absolute rage bait. But again, we have to watch out for the articles like this, because of course we get teachers who believe, oh no, home education could never be the right choice. And these type of articles just really don't help. Absolutely not. And then a bit of a better one. Families begin a peace garden for home education space in Frome. So it's nice to see those. While we're still getting the rage baity ones, we're actually getting the odd positive piece as well. And
that's
the end of my time.
Where is Frome? I don't even know where Frome is.
BA11. Yeah, there we go then. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we need to just talk about the car very quickly. The little yellow campaign car. At the moment, it's in Liverpool, and we need it to get. Given that the Greens are now taking an interest in education, and that their conference is next weekend, we do need to get the car down to Bournemouth. So anybody who wants to do a bit of a relay with it, can you please get in touch? I haven't got any volunteers between Liverpool and Oxford. So I do need a shed load of volunteers to come forward. It's a really pleasant thing to do, driving the car about. It's lovely. It's great fun. Take your kids with you, take your best mate with you, however you want to do it. And every time you stop and charge it up, of course, it's another conversation point. So that's terrific.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, I think that's probably about it. Anybody for anything else?
Yeah. The only other thing I've been asked to sort of remind people is, obviously, we've got a big demo on the 17th of January. And we're still looking for stewards for that. So if people get in touch with the page, we will be able to put you in touch with who you need to be in touch with to add to the stewards, or if you want to speak, etc. If you give us a shout, and then we'll put you in touch with who you need to be in touch with.
Am I right in thinking, Michelle, that's going to be your last protest that you're organising, that you are anyway?
It's going to be the last time I'm sort of front of, anywhere near front of house.
Yeah. So take advantage while Michelle's doing it, because she's been amazing, absolutely amazing. Yep.
She has.
Yep. But yep. Do we have any questions, Amy, from the comments? I know you
just everybody telling everyone that
we're here. Yay.
that Frome is in Somerset, just to let you know.
Thank you.
I was there recently. We did some fossil hunting, which was quite nice, with the Somerset Earth Centre. They do some lovely little sessions. So yeah, if you're down that way, there's something extra for you.
Very
So
good.
if you want to head that way, you want to pick up my little yellow car on the way, then knock yourself out.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, I'm more than happy to escort people through Oxfordshire as well, if that's what they want to do.
That'd
you
be
don't have to do
amazing.
it alone.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely don't have to do this alone, guys. That little yellow car is absolutely gorgeous. And if we had a convoy of cars going around with the little yellow car, then all the more, all the more better.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And I'd take it down myself, but I'm not even in the country, so
Just a little bit difficult. Tiny thing.
bit of a problem.
Tiny
Yeah,
obstacle.
bit of a problem. I'm in the Carpathian Mountains. We've been up the top of the Carpathian Mountains. So we went from it was about 20 degrees when we set off, and up at the top of the mountain it's 2 degrees. It's only 2 degrees Celsius. It was flipping freezing. Yeah. So the snow's about, the snow's about to start falling very soon. In the next week or two, they'll have the first snow on the peaks here in the mountains. So
nice. I like the snow. Lots of people saying that it's brilliant there. Michelle, you've done lots of work. Do you want to just mention, Alison, for everybody, just to remind them what is required to drive the car?
Okay, so we're asking people to be over 25 and to have fully comprehensive insurance on their own car that allows them to drive a car owned by somebody else under third-party rules, or for them to get temporary insurance in their own name on the car. That's it, really. Just a full driving license. And it's an electric car. It's cheap as chips to charge up, and it just needs to get out and about. It really does. It's sitting in a car park right now, and that's neither use nor ornament, quite literally.
Yeah,
let's
really
get it moving again. Let's get it moving again.
No point in being a car advertising to stop the children's wellbeing in schools bill if it's just sitting in a car park. Send Allies Shropshire has asked a question. Can we not join the farmers?
I'm stumped.
I mean, if the farmers would have us,
in what context?
Yeah, join them for what?
Well, because I think they're implying that there's been a lot of attention on the farmers at the moment, that we could piggyback on them, but I don't think the farmers would like us really piggybacking on them.
It's not the same bill.
No,
it's not the same. It's not the same piece of legislation.
It's a very different cause.
Everybody.
I mean, if
you can find farmers that really support what we're doing and why it's important, absolutely. Yep, let's talk to them. But I think we need a little more detail.
Yeah, they did a protest today, they said, but the thing is we need to be able to get our message out. And if all we're doing is, making more people that are supporting the farmers, it doesn't help us. It doesn't get our message across. We'll just get pushed to the back of the queue and hidden, and all of our effort will be for nothing, because they won't be standing there shouting, stop the children's wellbeing schools bill, or stop the children's ID. They'll be shouting.
I wonder if they're meaning as like a convoy bit, because I wasn't sure what the protest was, because I am in London and I wasn't even aware the farmers did a protest today. So I've literally just looked it up, and they did a convoy of tractors around London. So I think maybe they mean if we could have the scrap the schools bill car with some convoys of tractors, that would be quite a visual impact.
Yeah.
And I know there are some home educating farmers, because it allows the skills to be easily passed down through the family. So it might be worth trying to explore. So if you are a home educating farmer and you fancy exploring the idea of a convoy with a little yellow car with scrap the schools bill at the front and some tractors following behind it, get in touch and we will try and make it happen.
I mean, Juliet said she'd love to move the car, but obviously she's sitting on the runway at Manchester. Well, you could, not being funny, but if you're in Manchester, Liverpool's not that far by train. You could hop on the train, grab the car and drive it home. Then at least it's halfway there, you know?
Yeah.
An idea. Free transportation sitting there waiting for you. But in all seriousness, we can't just like go and stand with other people that are protesting, because we had a massive problem. I don't know if you were there on our first protest in London, but the Free Palestine movement came along and completely took over the whole area. They're paying for protesters, so they outnumbered us 2-1, and then of course somebody climbing up the Elizabeth Tower is going to take all the energy and all of the attention off of us and onto them, and that's exactly what we're going to get with any other main cause. We need our voice and our bill to be more important, because it's imminent and it'll affect every parent in the country. This isn't a tiny little issue.
Yeah, it will affect every parent in the country, and not in a good way.
Yeah,
really not in a good way. I mean, there's been a bit of nonsense going around just recently about how it's a positive thing, the bill, amongst parents, and you know, come and show me how, because I haven't found the positive anywhere. Really not.
No, and they deliberately made this bill massive with lots of different elements to it, so that it would divide people. They did it
well, of course, because if you're against the bill, then you must be against the breakfast clubs, and that's just terrible. But
exactly.
That's why it's all lumped together with
about
parents.
children. The Labour Party told their own politicians, their own MPs, that if they didn't vote for the bill, then they didn't care about children. They actually said that to their own MPs. Yeah.
Oh, right, apparently some veterans and some no digital ID joined today at Liverpool. It's such a shame, because the car is in Liverpool. We just need somebody to go and get it from the car park and drive it round with the rest of the no digital ID people, because we would educate them that actually their cause is our cause and ours is more urgent. Because it's imminent. It's not a concept. There's an actual bill there, and it is actually going through. We need to put the brakes on it ASAP and get more attention. But people seem to be really distracted by this no digital ID, and it's like, yeah, but that's like in the future. This is now.
Oh yeah, but at the minute, the wellbeing bill isn't a children's ID bill, is it? It's a breakfast club bill. It's a home ed register bill. And as far as the single unique identifier goes, they're like, what's that? What do you mean? What? And they just don't. It's not been publicized at all.
Yeah.
The other thing, next week we'll probably be asking for you to start looking at maybe contacting peers. So what might be an idea this week is, if people have a look through the amendments that were put forward at committee stage that were withdrawn, and note down the peers who put them forward that you like their amendment, because as long as it was withdrawn, it can be proposed again, slightly tweaked. But obviously the person most likely to like that would be the peer who proposed it, or those who second it, or you can cross-reference with Hansard to see who spoke on the day in support, because those are the peers who actually are interested. So it's an easier sell than trying to work out who. But they haven't released the report stage yet, and we know the peers are overwhelmed. So they like stuff at the point they can use it. So when we have the report stage dates, then we can sort of say when may be the sensible time, so they don't get overloaded. But in the meantime, you can have a sort of look through those amendments and see if there's any ones that were withdrawn and you really think should come back.
Oh, I think we've lost Alison there. Oh, she's back. There we are. But I think that's everything for today, isn't it? Yeah. And then
yes.
as soon as we start seeing dates for the report stage, obviously they will go in the action group and on our pages and in the Discord and anything else we need to get to you. Other than that, there will be more of a reading list on Substack tomorrow morning, and I believe it's just time for us to say goodnight.
Yep, the links below. So
yep,
definitely use those links. Get on Discord, get on Substack, and I think one person asked earlier saying, you know, do I need Discord? Yes, you do. Sorry.
I mean, we've just completely lost the community chats that were connected.
Oh, the iNotify worked.
Yay! Fantastic. Okay, so if you put !notify in the chat, you should get a reminder of the next time we go live on our respective pages, depending which page you're watching it on here. But I'm glad that worked. Thank you so much for telling us. Anyway, if that's everything, bye.
Bye.